Modern Warfare 2 had an entire map deleted. Rockstar suffered a devastating leak. G2 CEO is in hot water, and much more on Today in Gaming. Hey guys, Level Cap here. One of the maps for Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 has been scrubbed off of the face of the earth. A few weeks ago, the game's official content outlets posted a fly-through of a Formula 1 map called Marina Grand Prix. It was one of the first in-depth looks at a map for the game and was prominently featured in social media posts and the game's marketing. But all footage, posts, or media mentions of the map has been taken down. Marina Grand Prix was supposed to be in the game's ongoing beta, but it was notably absent. Activision hasn't announced the removal of the map officially, and media outlets are still waiting on a response to questions regarding the takedown. In the past, Activision has disabled specific maps in Call of Duty games as part of timed DLC to fix exploits or to remove insensitive content, but removing a map before the game even launches and scrubbing the internet of marketing for it is a new one. It seems likely that the map was put on the back burner due to licensing issues with Formula 1. The map is based on a real-life race, and there might be some complications with Activision licensing. As for the Modern Warfare 2 beta, which has been underway for the PlayStation, players seem to generally be happy with the gameplay. Most of the posting on social media and Reddit say that it's a good return to Modern Warfare 2019's gameplay with a handful of welcome improvements. Probably the biggest improvement is that the weapon attachments are unlocked by class rather than per weapon. So if you unlock all the SMG attachments, you can use them on any SMG. That should massively reduce the grind for weapon unlocks and encourage a lot more experimentation. However, the beta isn't without its issues. Players are frustrated by the inclusion of strict skill-based matchmaking, technical issues, map exploits, and TTK issues caused by networking problems. At the end of the day, of course, it is still a beta, and hopefully the devs have enough time to iron out any of these issues before the official launch. Rockstar suffered a massive leak of their upcoming Grand Theft Auto game. Over 90 videos and screenshots of early development gameplay found their way online over the weekend. The footage confirms critical details about the game's settings, characters, features, and more. Of course, we have to withhold the leaked footage due to the copyright concerns. However, if you're really that curious, it's not hard to find. The game is set in a modern-day Miami-like environment, which is presumably Vice City. The footage showcases two playable characters, a man and a woman. They're seen robbing a diner, evading police, and throughout several gameplay test clips in a gray box environment. The footage looks like it's from a very early build of the game, and third parties have concluded that it's at least a year behind what the current development stage of the game is at. GTA 6, or whatever it ends up being called, isn't expected to launch for at least 2 more years. Still, that hasn't stopped people online from criticizing the apparent state of the game, which is silly. Many seem to be concerned about the game's visual presentation, as it doesn't look like a significant leap from GTA 5. The footage has many placeholder assets, bugs, graphical errors, debugging tools, and development data. However, assuming, anything about the final product based on this footage would be, a massive stretch. Prior GTA 6 leaks billed the game as a multi-city open-world title that would cover huge portions of America. That original vision has been scaled down to either focus on a single city or a handful of cities. The full scope of the game is still unclear even at this point. The leaked footage seems exclusive to the Miami-like environment, but it's so incomplete and unfinished that even the game's setting could be radically different on launch. Rockstar finally responded to the leak early this morning, saying it wouldn't impact the game's development. They confirmed that the leaked content is genuine, saying that an unauthorized third party illegally accessed and downloaded confidential information from their servers, including development footage. We're curious to hear what you think about the leak. It's an interesting but incredibly unfortunate look behind the curtain of game development. Do you think this leak will do more harm than good by letting people see an unfinished project well before the developers intended? Leave your thoughts in the comments. CEO and co-founder of the G2 esports organization, Carlos Rodriguez, is on unpaid leave following a series of problematic social media posts. It started on the 17th when Carlos updated a video on Twitch showing himself attending a company celebration with controversial figure Andrew Tate after G2's second place finish in the European League of Legends Championship. Tate was recently banned from all social media platforms due to his toxic behavior. He's currently under investigation over allegations of sex trafficking and rape. The video Carlos posted attracted a sea of outrage at Tate's inclusion. Carlos then doubled down on the post, saying that nobody can police his friendship and that he'll party with whoever he wants. He has since posted an apology on Twitter, with G2 announcing the decision to place Carlos on 8 weeks of unpaid leave. The general reaction to the situation by other esports personalities has been pretty universally condemning of Carlos's actions. The esports scene is rife with misconduct, gambling, and other controversial issues, but many view allowing Tate to attend such a high-profile event as beneath the already low bar for conduct in the industry. Epic have officially banned cheating hardware from Fortnite. Devices like the Cronus Zen and Cronus Max will no longer be permitted. They let users configure macros and other automation to simplify inputs or negate weapon recoil. Hardware-based cheat devices are rising in popularity with cheaters. These controllers are just the tip of the iceberg. Other devices include capture cards and software that uses computer vision to give you wall hacks and recoil mitigation via a secondary computer. Epic says Fortnite will prompt anyone caught using these devices to remove them. Attempting to circumvent detection will result in a ban. Many cheaters believe these devices were undetectable by game developers, but that seems unlikely. Longtime Nvidia partner EVGA has officially announced the complete shutdown of their GPU division. It represents 80% of their business as a hardware manufacturer, but was apparently unprofitable and a nightmare to run. That's in no small part, according to EVGA's executives, due to Nvidia's excessive pricing and unreasonable development standards. Board partners like EVGA buy GPUs from companies like Nvidia and AMD as bare components and design their own coolers, firmware, and other parts to sell as original designs. Nvidia obviously gets to dictate pricing of their boards and is notorious for not giving partners info like retail pricing until the day the GPUs are revealed to the public. EVGA also claims that Nvidia would routinely send them vital software like official firmware just days before launch. EVGA says they're ending their GPU business with the RTX 3000 series and won't be producing 4000 series GPUs or working with other vendors like AMD and Intel. They're retaining enough stock to fulfill RMAs for existing customers, but that's it. As for why this is a big deal to consumers, EVGA represents about 40% of all GPU sales in North America, thanks to their superb build quality and above average customer support. Most, if not all, GPU makers are based out of Asia, which means that they need North America offices or authorized dealers to handle RMAs. EVGA is one of the few companies that invested heavily in these satellite offices while offering essentially a no questions asked warranty that covered everything short of, well, dunking your GPU in a bucket of paint. PC gaming enthusiasts will sorely miss their presence in the GPU market. Rhythm FPS Metal Hellsinger launched last week to rave reviews and commercial success, but a new mod sounds like it'll push the game to a whole new level of awesome. One player has figured out how to replace the game's existing soundtrack with custom songs. The process is very manual right now, so they've only managed to add Sweet Home Alabama to one level, but the game's developer has already confirmed custom song support is in the works. Metal Hellsinger features a litany of the game's top artists performing a melody of original music crafted specifically for the game. It's drawn high praise for its quality and integration with the game, but nothing says rhythm game like being able to kill to the beat of your favorite tunes. Hopefully, official custom track support doesn't take too long to implement. Before we get to our next story today, I just wanted to say thanks for tuning in. If you're new around here, please consider subscribing or becoming a channel member. Either is a great way to support what we do. Channel members get exclusive emotes and a name badge. Just hit the join button to pick a new tier that works for you. There were some big reveals at the indie gaming showcase Realms Deep this weekend. The first was the announcement of Phantom Fury, a follow-up to the hit FPS Ion Fury that launched in 2019. Phantom Fury launches next year for PC and consoles. Doom-inspired FPS Proteus got a release date. It's the 1.0 update and it launches on the 23rd. Proteus launched as an early access title with one campaign episode and a custom map editor in 2020. It got great reviews at the time and has been a highly anticipated release in the retro FPS community. The 1.0 launch adds the rest of the game's campaign and a proper PvP multiplayer mode. The final big Realms Deep announcement is the Rise of the Triad Ludicrous Edition is launching early next year. This is a 4K remaster of the original cult classic shooter with unlocked FPS support, wider field of view options, cloud saves, and more technical upgrades. It also includes a new campaign episode with original levels. Rise of the Triad got a remake in 2013 that essentially kickstarted the boomer shooter craze. The same folks responsible for that remake are also working with Night Dive Studios to update the original game for this release. Now, speaking of indie shooters, something that came out last week is the World War I Isanzo game. I made a video about it, which you can check out right here. I think it's really cool. I kind of did a live commentary, live gameplay playthrough of it. It's kind of like a whole game built around Battlefield 1's Monte Grappa map, basically the Italian front in World War I. It's beautiful. It's fun to play. Check out the video. If you like it, who knows, maybe check out the game too. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you next time. This is Level Cap, signing off.